Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you can hear me. I am dealing with new technology, so please bear with me. This is what happens when you don't come in for quite a bit and you try to use Restream. You get special features. So, we're going to try our best. It's going to be a little bit wanky, but that's all right. That's what we're here for. That's what we get paid for. The low, low price of free volunteer takes your time all the time. But I like it. That's who I am. And this tells me that we are live and good to go. Oh, and I hear my voice. So it must be good. Ha ha. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is that time once again, finally, to do another episode of Cochise County Spotlight Veteran Owned Business Thursday at 5 with me, Erik Scarnozy. This is what happens when you drink a little bit and you scratch a little too hard, or as I like to call it, Polish intuition. Hey, those black cherry brums were pretty good. Not gonna lie. I know I need to stop doing that. It was one night in Bangkok. Yeah. That's all right. We're past that. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everybody is getting ready for some Thanksgiving, some good food, friends, family, conversation, football if you watch, or whatever the case may be. If you're sitting around and you're not doing anything for Thanksgiving, but you want to get that Thanksgiving meal, go head to a friend's house. Go to the VFW. I hear they're going to have a good spread, as well as some of the other veteran organizations. By all means, check around. Somebody's doing something. Be adopted for the night. Whatever the case is, enjoy the holiday, because Thanksgiving, oh, what is it? Thanksgiving is beginning on the road to Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff, and WrestleMania. So, all right, this week I do in fact have an interview for you guys, for everybody. I recently headed over to the mall, not only to check out the tree sets, the plenty of vendors, but there's some veteran vendors out there, one of which is with Lavender Butterfly. This week I talked to Matt and Jen Lavelle. I hope I said it right. If I didn't, I am so sorry. I talked to them about, I remember them when they first started out. They had a 10 by 10 tent. They were always out over at the vendor events. They went from 10 by 10 to 10 by 20. Then they expanded. Then all of a sudden I saw them over at the Exchange. They were set up in there for a little while. I thought they were set up in another place in the mall, but I was sadly mistaken, as you will see in the video, because we did it on remote. And then from there, they took over the old Orbital Games section next over to Spencer's. And, without further ado, let's just go straight to the video. Now, remember, I said this is a little bit wonky, all right? So give me I got to share screen. I got to go to entire screen. And I click on it. I got to do that. So, ready? Here we go. All right, let me stop a little bit. I seem to be having a little bit of problem. I am not getting that audio in whatsoever. Huh. And unfortunately, if this was the old ways, I would be able to upload the video. But it's not the old ways, because in order to upload the video, have to pay a little bit more, because it's bigger than 2 gig. And that's unfortunate. Oh, maybe I could do this.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Erik Z back with you. Warrior Healing Center, veteran-owned business spotlight. We actually got some.
All right, here it comes.
One this week. I know it's rare, and it's a rare occurrence. It's like finding a 4-leaf clover in the hands of Waldo and Carmen Santiago with 3 lottery tickets and lightning hitting them all at the same time. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I'm enjoying it, but not as much as you're about to enjoy it, because we are here at the Lavender Butterfly here over at the mall in Sierra Vista. I'm sure you've seen them around before. They've been out over at vendor events. I've seen them at Stand Up for Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them at the park several times for several different events that they have out there. But now they've got their own section in the store, and I think this is the second place in the store you went to. Because you were over there, were you not?
Nope, that was a different store.
Oh, that was
Nope.
a different? They had the lavender name, I thought.
The first brick and mortar we ever did was we were set up at Fort Huachuca.
Right, you was definitely over by
but
the exchange.
This is our first store in the mall. If there was a lavender place down the hall, it wasn't us.
Okay.
So
well,
yeah.
I definitely remember it over there, and I thought you guys were over there, but as usual, I was wrong, because if I wasn't wrong, it wouldn't be me.
That's right.
No need to agree so quick. Thank you, though. But let me go ahead and introduce you guys. This is Jen and this is Matt, and they are the co-owners of the Lavender Butterfly. Hello,
Yep.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
So they are both veterans, and let's go ahead and find out a little bit about their background. Where is your background in veteran?
So we actually both went to basic training at Fort Jackson in '98, April of '98.
Same time?
Yes,
Yeah,
we actually were in the same platoon. And that's where we met, and we both were doing different things at that time, and so we got done with basic training and we went on to do what we were doing, training and duty stations, and he ended up going to Germany and I ended up going to Fort Knox. And about 5 years after that, I was separating from my first husband, because we didn't have any cahooting while we were in basic. We were friends.
Right.
We met and we were friends. But I was looking up people that I knew from the military, and his middle name is his maternal mother, of course maternal mother, sorry. His maternal grandparents' last name, and so that's his middle name. So it's very unique, so I remembered. And he's Matt with 1 T, so it's very unique.
Yes.
So I remembered him, I looked him up, reached out just to say hi. I was in a down part going through a divorce and just wanted a friend. And he wrote me back, and he said that was the only time in his entire military career he checked that email address, was that day.
Oh, nice.
And I always told him, if you're lying, don't tell me, because I don't want to know.
We will find out. We have this.
So that's kind of how we started being friends again, and he, helped me through a rough time. Again, no cahooting, just as friends. Because I lived up in an area where I didn't have a lot, because that was my ex-husband's neck of the woods, so I didn't have a whole lot going on up there. And we got to know each other again, and after things were final with me and my ex-husband, we decided, let's move forward and see what's going on. So, yeah.
So when did you guys get out?
I got out in 2000.
2004.
Okay. So after 2004, you guys are out and about, running around, figuring out what brought you here.
Work.
Contract?
Contracting.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we lived in Colorado Springs
8 years.
for 8 years. I took a job supporting a contract down here. and the contract was coming to an end. I was going back and forth between there and here. Contract came to an end and chose to move down here. Just easier to find work down here than it was in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Competing with an entire city of contractors.
Right.
So came down here, and we've been here
12 years?
12 years.
Almost 12 and a half years, yeah. They told him if you don't move to Sierra Vista, there's no contract. And then we moved to Sierra Vista.
Gotta love an ultimatum like that.
And then his company didn't win the contract anyways. So thank God he got picked up by the new contract. That was a little scary. But no, it's been a good ride ever since. So Sierra Vista's been good to us.
Since 2008. Okay.
2012. We moved here in
2012, yeah,
2012.
you said 12 years. Okay.
Yeah, 2012.
So, you've been here since 2012, you've been on the contract. When did you start wanting to transition to having a business? I mean, having something like this, if you want to pan around, you can see they've got quite a few things.
Yeah, it's evolved over the last several years. So in 2016, my younger son, who's now 19, came to me one summer and said, "Mom, I want to make jewelry." And I went, "Okay, dude, let's go figure this out. I don't know anything from anything, right?"
Right.
And so I said, "This is really cool." That was the summer of 2016. So we went kind of gangbusters, going and buying books and jewelry making stuff and all kinds of neat stuff. And my son has a very good eye for design. The original name of our company was his initials before we rebranded, after he moved on, as teenagers tend to do. Then we joined the Huachuca Mineral and Gem Club in October of 2016, which kind of fueled our passion for rocks and pretty things, and we didn't know anything about it. And so we started our business we had a name, we had an EIN, but we didn't really start doing shows until right before COVID hit. So right before COVID hit, we did our first show, and then COVID hit, and we were, as all vendors were, kind of blacklisted from shows for a year's time.
Right.
And then we did, another show. We did shows for several years. A lot of your viewers, my viewers, have seen us at all different shows all over the place. And then in January of this year, I'm a licensed realtor in Arizona with Arizona Home Stores. And I was like, you know what? Let me see about checking out what a brick and mortar looks like for us. And actually, it even started a little bit earlier because we ended up going out to the fort for a few months.
Right.
Found out that wasn't the place for us, and decided to check something with inside Sierra Vista to give people more access, because not everybody can get on the fort.
We had to pack up at the end of our time.
Yeah, we would
stuff back
do
and forth.
3 weeks,
Right.
Pack up, come back, and it was so crazy. So we're like, we need to find some place where we can call home. Stability, come and go pretty much as we please. I mean, we can come and go as we please. And so I started looking around and just didn't find anything that was as good of a deal as this ended up being. So this ended up being a really good deal. I know the mall manager, Sabra. She's a great lady. And I came in and I said, "Hey, what do you guys got?" And my youngest son, who works for Orbital Games, said, "Hey, Ma, Ryan's moving the store. He's moving down to where Main Beauty used to be."
That's right. This used to be Orbital Games. Okay.
And I said, "All right, so you're telling me that the store's going to be available?" And he said, "Yeah." So when I talked to Sabra, she, walked me around, and we walked around a couple places. And, we had a lot of thinking to do because we had a lot of floor space, but we didn't have displays. And the other place we looked at had more displays, right? So we ended up settling, obviously, on this place. We spent 6 weeks fixing it up, making it our own, buying displays, bringing all of we started with just what we used for shows. And it just happened to coincide with the Tucson Gem shows. So we had a lot of buying we were doing in different things, and it's evolved in 8 months.
It's grown. We've added merchandise. We've added vendors. We've added what we do, what we offer.
Yep, different jewelry making services and jewelry repair services. We got a lot of vendors that do a lot of different things. Some jewelry, some woodworking. A lot of it's got to do with rocks or whatever. But no, we've evolved in 8 months, and it's really been a fun journey, and we're doing just fine. So
You want to take us around a little bit, maybe show us a couple things?
Sure. What I'd like to show you first is the newest collection of vendor. I just had a vendor drop her stuff off. She does sea glass work and polymer clay. So when you want to be a vendor in our store, one of the biggest rules is that we can't compete with each other. I want us to enhance each other. I want us to complement each other. I do not want us to compete with each other. Okay, so if it's a jewelry related item, because we make jewelry, it can't be anything that we do. So her regular beaded items I wouldn't allow her to bring in, but she does make pins, and she does sea glass, which I don't do sea glass. So
that is very
we've
nice.
had a lot of people. All the polymer clays, all handmade. I've already pulled out a couple of my favorites. He's gonna get them for me for Christmas. She's got some bracelets with some cute charms and things, and then some other bracelets. But again, all the polymer clay is all handmade beads, and I don't work in that medium. So for me, I'm like, this is great. A lot of times the biggest problem is finding the space. So I worked out the space. I spent some time working out the space. But we've got displays. Somehow we ended up at the start of a TikTok trend with these kind of, I don't know, that's like rubberized kind of frames. They open up, you can put stuff in them. They're super stretchy. We do have.
You put it on the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
You take so I can demonstrate.
Yeah.
So, and where the price tags are, it's kind of funny, but so you push down where the little indent is.
Okay.
And it just opens, and there's a springy side. It's like
nice.
rubber on each side. So you can see we've got that. And
Very nice. Wow.
I haven't tried it, but the way it's supposed to work is if these get really stretched out, you're supposed to be able to take a heat gun, and they're like shrinky dink, like they come back.
Okay.
So we've got some used ones on the bottom that people can also buy if they don't want to buy the brand new ones, but I mean the price is so low
That is pretty cool.
But somehow that's a TikTok trend, and the kids absolutely love them. So
One of the few TikTok trends I have not seen. I've seen some other ones, but this is pretty good. This is one I should have.
Yeah, I don't even do TikTok, so I'm like, you know what? Somehow we ended up on, because the kids were asking us, did we sell just the frames? When we were at shows, they're like, do you sell just the frames? And we didn't, because we didn't have a lot of space.
Right.
We had to buy 4 booths, and then you don't make any money. So I'm like, you know what? When we opened up the store, I knew this was something we absolutely had to have. The white ones don't sell as well as the black ones, but I'm not buying any more black ones till y'all buy the white ones. So
Get out there.
seriously.
Get out there.
So there's so many. Eric, there's so many different cool stuff. We've
Oh
got
yeah,
towers.
We were walking by, and I'm noticing something new every time. This little
So the train spikes. So the pewter is all hand cast for us in Wisconsin. All these are handmade. Our little crystal scenes are all handmade. The spikes, we hand collect these in Cochise County on BLM roads.
Okay.
So they're not Border Patrol roads.
Right.
So it's all BLM land. We're not collecting on private land, but all the spikes are collected in Cochise County. We clean them up. We only use ones that will take a design. And I'm due to make some more because we only have 5 left right ahead of Christmas. We make all that. We've got, treasure chests, rock slabs, and specimens.
Have you, looking at these, are these, this is you or is this another vendor?
No, so anything that's like rock related
Okay.
is all us.
Okay.
So like the crosses on the wall, that's an artist from Elgin.
Right.
He makes those.
Those are nice.
We've got another artist here from Safford that made this beautiful, tattered 1776
Yes.
sign. We've got various vendors from different places, and as we go around the store, I'll explain about how our vendor spotlight works.
Okay.
So we do have a DIY section for those folks that want to come in and make their own stuff.
A lot of things I used to do in Hobby Lobby if I felt like just
Yeah.
wanted to try my hand at it.
Sure. And with Joanne's closing, we're happy to offer a selection, and if somebody wants something that they don't see, they can always ask, and I can see if I can find it.
Okay, that's the first time seeing these. These are
Yep.
pretty nice. I like the Datsun.
Sure. So all of the Talavera, so all this colorful pottery, and I've got it in various places. So one of my other passions is plants.
Right.
But we do have a vendor here. So with the Talavera, with the succulents and the cactus, this is actually our friends at Friendly Flowers and More in Tombstone. The lovely ladies there procure all of these beautiful Talavera plants. They're all handmade in Mexico. And then they put their own spin with the cactus or the succulents. I do have an empty dachshund. That's the only empty one I have.
Okay.
Everybody else, there's an aloe down there. There's different cactus. And so with shelf space being kind of limited, we kind of are mixing their stuff with our salt lamps, our selenite lamps, and then I've got some of my own plants, you know, things that I've grown. And the newest addition today was strawberries. I brought strawberry plants and then some cabbages and some flowers. So with the plants, it really depends on what I have. I've got a bunch of seed packets that I don't want anymore. It really depends on what I've got, and if somebody wants me to grow something specific for the season, I can.
That is pretty cool.
Probably do that too. It's just a passion.
Of course.
So,
Got the little skull
yeah, the little
formations.
soapstone skull. So we set this table up during our Gem Club's latest Gem Show, and we just kind of let it ride because I made wine buckets that you can see different things that might be in there, and there's a special surprise in each one that actually is worth more than you're paying for the bucket that I put in each one. But I'm not telling anybody what it is. You got to come in and buy a blind bucket.
You have to get here and find out.
There's all
That's
sorts
what you got
of
to do.
cool stuff, One of our vendors that we had in June, she makes signs. So Rustic Design Company, so she makes signs. And so she's not putting the bigger ones in her shows anymore, so I told her she could go ahead and leave them.
Nice.
I don't have any more military ones, but I dispatched police, fire, and then there's another tattered police. So this is what she has left. She won't be making these anymore.
Get them while they're hot.
Absolutely.
I know I was looking at them earlier too.
I know. They're great.
I was looking for the
Christmas
military
gifts.
first, of course.
Right, sure. So this is our vendor spotlight area.
Yes.
So this area switches over monthly. So every month, our buyers can expect to see something different every month.
Okay.
So for example, this month, I've actually got 2 vendors in this space, even though there's a lot of different kinds of things. I do have 2 vendors in this space. So I've got one vendor that does this outrageous origami.
Are these?
All paper.
That's all paper.
It's all paper.
Wow.
So she hand does it, and it's all glued together, and the prices are pretty cheap, inexpensive.
That is
for
pretty nice. I mean,
her
that's a nice
handiwork.
little thing.
Yeah. So that's a local artist. That
Great
doesn't,
detail.
she doesn't do shows, so she's like, hey, she showed me, she came in and said, hey, this is what I do. And I thought, this is amazing. She also makes these bags
These are nice.
out of actual candy and chip bags, like people throw them away.
Oh, really?
And they're fully lined on the inside. She stitches them.
Okay.
They're so cool. She's even got some from Scotland that were caramels. There's some caramel ones that actually she brought from Scotland. They're just amazing. And then she does machine embroidery artwork. These are on machines, but they're all her own designs. So she doesn't copy any designs or anything.
Very nice.
And then the second artist I have,
Good detail.
I know, the second artist I have is Joya Trommel.
Okay.
She does kumi homo, so that's a certain kind of stitch in the jewelry realm. So she's got a lot of different necklaces, bracelets. She's got some hand-sewn fabric, hair bands and things. So, just earrings. I mean, she's another jewelry artist. She's also one of the agents in our office at Arizona Home Stores. She's got, all the handmade beads. Fabric, wood. She makes all kinds of cool stuff. So some months I'll put 2 vendors, some months I'll put 1 vendor. It really depends on my space and what the vendor is doing. But the deal with the vendor spotlight is it's a 70-30 split, okay? They get 70, I get 30.
Okay.
We split taxes and credit card fees the same. But here's the kicker. If they make nothing, they spend nothing. They don't pay me a dime.
That's a good deal.
If they make nothing. Now, I will tell you, I support and have supported every vendor since our inception in March. I personally will come in and buy something from every vendor, even if it's something I don't need. And I've done that with every vendor.
Okay.
Because not everybody loves everything.
Right.
And different price points, some vendors mark up, some vendors don't. It really depends. So every vendor gets our support as a company.
Oh, that is very nice.
So yeah,
And a good incentive too, in case they just don't have a good month.
Well, and if literally it's free storage for them.
Yeah.
If Joya doesn't sell a single piece of jewelry, then she literally just comes and gets her stuff, doesn't pay me anything, and she moves on. So there's no downside to it.
If
I
Ren
know.
sees these, she's gonna get them.
I
I
love
just
the
know
orange
it.
ones. I love the orange ones.
I was
and
looking at those too.
I don't have enough orange in my jewelry wardrobe, so I was like, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's, you know, neither one of these two artists do shows. Neither one of them do shows. So I don't know where they're putting their works. But now they're in the Lavender Butterfly, at least for the month of December.
There are
November.
a lot of vendors like that, more than
Yeah.
likely, because I know I do it. I see a lot of vendors online because they feel more comfortable that
Sure.
way. So
Sure.
it's good that you offer something like
Yeah.
when you don't have to be here, but put your stuff out there.
Right, and I don't ask them to sit it. The only requirement is, number one, non-competitive, which obviously Bronwyn's not competitive with me. But
Right.
Joya makes kumihomo and different things, so I was like, sure, come on in. And number two, everything has to be priced. I can't tell you how many places I go into and you gotta ask for a price. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Just be transparent, tell me how much it is. If you're using price as a talking point, then you need to come up with a different conversation, because I talk to every single person that walks in here. Or he talks to every single person that walks in here. So find a different talking point, but make sure your stuff is priced. So we gotta have a price on everything, because I want people to be able to see it, make a decision. I'll answer the questions, but you need to know how much it's gonna be.
Okay.
So one of our permanent vendors she's a beautiful individual, my next door neighbor. They have a company called Mythos LLC. They make tallow products, so beef tallow.
Okay.
So it's beef fat rendered down into tallow. And she does body butters, whipped tallow, soap, lip balms. Her newest scent is coffee, which is so just amazing. People will come in and say, hey, can she make me a rosemary black pepper? And I'm like, I don't know, let me find out. So she's a permanent vendor. She was one of my May vendors, but she's a permanent vendor for us now.
Okay.
It's the only place where she's exclusive here, or on Etsy if you want to spend more. So,
Right.
But so, you know, I know that we have a shop, and you know, I've got all kinds of really neat stuff, but I really love highlighting my vendors, because I mean, you know, I'm in charge of, you know, helping them out too. So you can come in and see my stuff every day, but you know, their stuff is, I love to, so that's why I'm talking about my vendors so much, because I absolutely love my vendors. I've got some butterfly resin earrings. She was our October vendor, and she's actually coming back for December. She's got a whole bunch of artwork, but these are resin butterfly earrings. This is one of her many creations.
Oh, wow.
I already own 2 pairs of them. They're amazing. Every time I wear them, people go,
These look nice.
those are so beautiful. Where
Yeah.
did you get them? So she's the one who's teaching the painting party that we're having next week on Saturday. So if y'all want to come to a Christmas wreath painting party with leaves on canvas,
Okay.
totally fun. Come in and register. We'll talk about that. We've got meteorites. These are on consignment from Dr. Jack Schrader. He's my local meteorite expert. So we've got meteorites.
Oh, nice.
We've got irons and we've got stonies, but I don't have any iron stonies because those are lunars and he just wouldn't give them up. So we've got a museum grade one in the front. That's from Russia.
Oh no, you
yeah.
got the ducky
I know,
earrings.
and I make all the jewelry.
My wife will definitely go for the ducky earrings.
Yeah. So the jewelry that we make is the lavender butterfly. I make all of it. That's for the floor. Matt does all the commissions, so all the commission work, which we've got 1 million years worth of commission work. Have no issues doing commission work.
Silversmithing.
All the
Outstanding.
silversmithing. So any commission work that anybody might need done, or you know, an extra heavy repair, Matt's doing those. I can do, you know, bead work, wire work, some repairs on that kind of stuff, restringing. I don't do pearl knotting right now, but so, you know, but I mean, if anybody needs any of that stuff, you can come in and check it out. Mexican carvings.
That's a decoration.
That's a decoration.
Oh, okay.
People love my decorations.
That's
though.
a nice
I buy-
decoration.
I
That's
buy-
good. That's a
Estate
good one.
sales. Estate sales. I got that for like $2 at an estate sale.
I need to hit those up more
You
often.
do.
I
you
know.
do. I've got 2 people that do estate sales on the regular, Cactus Estate Sales, which a lot of people know, and then A to Z Estate Sales, which I absolutely love Petra. She's a great lady, and I try to hit up all of her sales whenever I can. So we've got another flag, another out of Tombstone.
Okay.
That makes, we've got, you know, a couple different kinds of flags going on in here.
Lots of different choices, lots of different selections, something
Yes.
for everybody.
Absolutely, something for absolutely everybody.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But I mean, and all the rocks you could ever really want. I mean, seriously speaking. And if you don't see it in here, let us know. We've got Tucson gem shows coming up.
We have connections.
Oh.
Connections.
We definitely go to the Tucson Gem Show.
Yeah.
My wife and I went last year. It was very nice.
Yeah, and I do have the cool shirt I'm wearing. I do have 3 different styles of shirts. If anybody ever wanted a shirt.
Okay.
Sizes are always limited because we didn't buy a ton of them to see how they would do. I have the most limited ones in the Mo's scale, but I mean, if you want to come in and check it out.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we've got, you know, it's
So our newest edition right there.
newest edition. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay. So Mr. Don Norris is a local pewter expert. He actually lived down here. He lives up in 3 Points now. He made this. He casts his own pewter, and he solders all of his own stuff.
Oh, that is cool.
And he's an amazing individual. He's very fun. If you guys have been to the mall, even today at Cochise Crafters, he was here.
Right.
We sell some of his pewter little figurines that he casts. He just brought this into us and asked us if we would consign it with him. So we talked to him about that. We do have it listed at $1,500. I think he said there's like 58 skeletons on there. Something.
At least.
Something.
Yeah.
And so we've got his little book to show who the artist is. He's an expert in the silversmithing realm.
He's been teaching
Yeah.
for like 40 years.
Yeah.
He's taught all over the country. People know him.
Very nice.
Yep. So that's he literally just an hour ago brought that to us. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's super cool. It's something that he made, and it. I mean, the guy's got just the talent, more talent than I could ever hope to have. But
I mean, it is amazing
Isn't it
attention to
neat?
detail. Yes.
yeah, I mean, and soldering the double helix, the ladder, he calls it the ladder of success.
Mm-hmm.
So he soldered all that, and then he made all the little dudes, and then soldered all those on.
Nice.
And he says the guy that's out front walking away is him walking away because he's so old he's not trying to climb any more ladders.
Fair.
So it's funny. It's literally
He called it a self-portrait.
self-portrait. So what other questions? I know we kind of rambled on for a while. What other
Oh, you
questions
showed
might
us a
you
lot of
have?
amazing things going on.
Yeah.
I know you talked about you had a painting wreaths going on.
Yeah.
Besides that, do you have? Yeah, here we go.
So it's a leaf painting thing. My friend that does the resin earrings, her name is Jana Maldivar.
Okay.
So she's coming on the 23rd next weekend from 11:30 to 1. So she's teaching the class, so it's $30 a person.
$30 buy-in.
Yeah, we do need you to register ahead of time. Come into because we need to know that somebody's going to show up because I don't want her to come just for he and I.
Right.
So I need to know that you're coming. You can let me know. We can do PayPal. You can come in and pay with us. We're not open Mondays and Tuesdays, but every other day of the week with the mall hours.
Okay.
So Wednesday, Thursday, 11 to 7. Friday, Saturday, 11 to 8, and then Sunday, 12 to 6, we're open.
Okay.
Now in December, she's going to be doing a Paint Your Pet party with us as well. So that's going to be on December the 14th from 11:30 to 2. So how this works is you send her a sketch, or you send her a picture of your pet that you want to paint. She'll sketch it onto a canvas, and then she'll have it ready for you when you come in to paint it.
Very nice.
And that one's $40 a person. So I'm actually going to send her a couple different pictures because I think that is amazing. And she does, I mean, you can see she did this, this little min pin.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
You know,
good,
the
good.
sketch and then the painting.
Mhm.
She's an excellent artist, an even more beautiful person. Goodness gracious. So.
And you're gonna have it in here, just
So it'll probably be either
If-
in here or depending on how many people sign up.
Right.
If it's intimate and small, we can do it back here.
Okay.
If there's a bunch of people, we'll make room up here. We'll make it work.
Okay, that's
She
good.
wants to do it while we're open, so people kind of see what's going on and that kind of stuff. And so our buddy Don, who does the pewter, he is interested in maybe teaching pewter pouring classes here next year. So we have that to look forward to as well. We're always trying to do something fun in our store, and it doesn't always have to be rocks. So, I mean, we're a small business, and we started as a really small business, and
Hey, and that just shows you're expanding and doing great things and helping out other vendors, especially a vendor spotlight. You got 2 up there right now.
Yep.
I mean,
when we opened the store in January, that was a baby of mine. I
Yes.
was like, I know I want to do this. I know I want to help cater to some other small businesses, because Sierra Vista is full of some great small businesses.
Town of small businesses.
All over
Yep.
the place. And I don't have any issues with the big boxes, but you know what? When you buy from a small business, you're not helping to support somebody's third house. You're not helping to support, you're helping to support dance lessons for your kids. You're helping to put food on the table. And keep the community a community. We're not a big city. We're the biggest city in Cochise County, but
and you're definitely going to get the best customer service around versus like
Oh
a
my
national brand. I mean, you're going to
goodness.
have them like right there.
yeah. I will say that the one thing we absolutely pride ourselves on is customer service. We guarantee every single thing that we make, and we'll help you find anything we don't have. We'll send you down to competitors. We've got a couple competitors in town. I don't really consider them competitors, but we definitely, A to Z Rock Shop's down there. We've sent people down there. He's sent people down here.
And I've always thought that was always good. It's
Yeah.
like if I don't got it, go
Right.
ahead. They've got it.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, and we get people coming in and asking about metaphysical stuff, which we don't generally do. We can give you the information if you're asking about what a stone does or how it heals or properties or stuff. We can give you the information, but we don't practice that information. So we send people right down to Woo, down to Naturally You. Like, go down and see Woo. See what her stuff looks like down there, whatever her hours are. I think they change weekly. But go down and check it out, because if I don't have it, I'm not going to hoard the information. I'm going to send you where you can get taken care of.
Of course.
So we've had people come off the street ask us for directions.
Nice. Any future big plans you got long term going on?
I don't know about big long term. I would like to teach more classes. People keep asking me for classes, but again, being a full-time real estate agent, he works full-time. I have to sit down and get that figured out.
Right.
I don't know that we have any super large and in charge plans right now. I mean, if a much bigger space comes available in the mall, but don't start that rumor. That ain't happening. We're not moving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
I don't know.
But I mean, right now we started our company on evolution, on small and grow a little bit as we are able to at the speed of cash. We
Right.
operate as a debt-free business. We operate as a debt-free family. So we operate at the speed of cash. So as we're able to expand, we do, which is why it's so important to support small business. It's so important to come in and shop with small businesses, because we can't do what we do without beautiful people like this coming in and giving us some money for our stuff. So, I wouldn't say we've got anything large and in charge right now. So,
But I mean, yeah, just seeing from where I know I first saw you guys
Yeah.
to where you are
Oh,
right
sure.
now,
Oh, yeah, we've
it
grown
is
exponentially.
amazing growth.
yeah,
Amazing.
we've grown a ton. We went from barely being able to fill a 10 by 10 booth to outgrowing even a 10 by 20 booth, to saying, you know what, we want to be able to come and go as we please.
Yes.
We want to offer a larger variety of products. We want to offer vendors for starters, for me. We want to offer a full metalsmithing studio, a full beading studio, classes, and we just couldn't do that doing shows. So we had, we didn't have the money to rent a space, nor would I even know where to go do that. So now we have a full studio, we have all the things. We enjoy our metalsmithing toys, so we're always trying to, up the caliber of that stuff. But, no, we don't have any room in here to expand, except just get really creative with the merchandising. I have joked about the Joann's building now that it's empty again, but it's a 12,000 square foot space.
Oh, that's huge.
And I don't even want to know what the rent is. So,
I can only imagine.
yeah, so I mean,
Ask Joanne.
it's an average of about 50 cents a square foot in the mall. So I'm not trying to pay that much for
Right.
rent. So
Well, I do appreciate you having us come out here today to check out what you guys have done. You, Matt, Lavender, Butterfly. It's amazing. Again, like I said, I've seen where you guys started. Follows like going, all right, they're here now. Get a little bit big, get a little big. Now you're here.
yeah.
Even the walls are good. Did you paint the walls?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, the walls were orbital green.
Okay.
And 2 coats of Sherwin-Williams.
Nice.
Yeah, I only go with Sherwin-Williams. Those guys over there are great. Yep, so, yeah, 2 coats of paint, trying to do some decorations, but I really just wanted, I mean, the mall manager's like, make it your own. Cool. Do whatever you want to do the upgrades, whatever. She's like, that's the biggest problem is people move into a space in the mall and they don't upgrade it. They move in and they open doors and then they get upset and they don't do anything, they don't make money, but it's all about how you manage, it's all about how much you care about your business. And I'm not saying people don't care about their business, Eric, but I mean, we put I think 10K into just getting us ready.
Well, you have to.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, between the carpet cleaning and the cases and the displays, several trips to Tucson, friends saying, hey, Hobby Lobby has some cases that they're giving away or that they're selling for really cheap. And the same vendor that made the flag on that wall, Hearts Home Treasures, did my columns in my front case up there. Excellent woodworkers. And so, it's employing the local folks, because I could have gone and got a bunch of crap on TV for nothing.
Yeah.
But that's not my gig. That's not how we roll in here. So
Help out one another.
we help out one another. We network. We buy. People come in and say, how do you get all this stuff? We buy collections. We buy estates. We do really well when we go to Tucson and Quartzsite for shopping. My real estate connections allowed us to buy a really large estate recently back in June. And we got some stuff that I'm like, that big, huge geode out front. That looks like a chimney. That's where we got that from. And we got to meet a beautiful family in the process of that.
Nice.
So that's what's important for us is the connections. So
Thank you very much, Jen. Thank you very much.
thank you so much
Appreciate
for
it.
coming out.
I appreciate you for
Nailing us
letting us
down
come out
to
here.
do the interview.
I have been wanting to get to you guys, and we're gonna do it today.
That's right. Well,
And
that's
what
why I
they-
said you got to come to us because we certainly cannot come to you. So.
It's not that I said today. They're like going, yeah, we're gonna hold you to it. It's like,
We're like, can
Okay.
we do today? Because right now today works. Today works, Eric. Can we do today? Yeah, because I mean we've not dodged it. We've just the way life works.
yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
like,
Hasn't fit
and
in yet.
I appreciate you coming and saying, hey, I want to do this. Let's do it. And so yeah, it's just really nice to be able to not only give back with the vendor spotlight, but to treat the people. We get the soldiers from the fort all the time. The AIT kids come down here, every once in a while. And Fort Huachuca was good to us, but we just need to be in a bigger space where we can be a little bit more
Understand.
diverse. So, yep. So, well, thanks guys for
Well,
coming.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going back to the Warrior Healing Center, the Rising Eagle Studios, where I know the host right now is probably got a drink in his hand. So put it down and let's get back to the show.
So what if I do? I hope everybody enjoyed that. That was Jen and Matt Lavelle from Lavender Butterfly. I got the card in front of me, I'm not gonna lie. They are amazing. I love what they have in the store. Got a whole bunch of good things. Check out that vendor spotlight. I know those earrings that I had in hand for the wife. I got them. Come on now. All right. Let me go ahead and load up one more thing for you guys. Do. if it's going to let me. Aha. That's what I want. I want to be able to. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Aha. That's what I want. I got to get this. I got to get used to this thing again. I'm not going to lie. All right. Let me go here. Let me go back off that. All right. I got one more thing for you guys before I head out. It is tonight's sponsor of the program, which means I caught a quick video. So I'm doing something. I'm doing things here. I'm trying to make it interesting. Nope. This is what I want. Yes, I do. This is what I want. All right. One last thing before we go. Again, it's been great coming back. We're going to get some more going on next week. I've got another veteran-owned business lined up. So be ready to check that out tomorrow at 5. And there may be a surprise tomorrow at 9. I'm just saying. We might have a return guest, which means we will. So tomorrow at 9, we got a very special presentation. So come on, check it out. Until then, I am going to head out, but make sure to catch the word from this week's sponsor, Master Rafael Emil from Chosun Martial Arts.
What's your name? What do you do?
My name is Rafael Emil. I am the business owner of Chosun Martial Arts. I teach traditional Korean martial arts. My style is Tansudo. I teach self-defense and traditional martial arts. Been doing it since I was 14 years old. I would say probably about close to 60 years. It has an impact on the community because I am raising awareness in the community, promoting a healthy lifestyle and promoting different things so that we can become better in life. The way the situation nowadays in the world, here in the city, we should have some kind of training so that way we are able to defend ourselves and our family if we need to. Basic self-defense, survival. They can reach me at my Facebook, Chosun Martial Arts LLC. They can also reach me at my email, that's team.choson@gmail.com, or they can call me at 520-249-3805.